And I quickly wanted to start with a little bit of setting the stage for where some trends are happening and some of the key themes coming off of Sapphire. And so in a 2021 study from McKinsey, they suggested that innovation and optimization is really driving growth, not cost reduction. So while companies may be cutting costs in one area, they're reinvesting those savings into innovation and certain levels of optimization. So they're ready to become more agile and bring their solutions faster to the market. And as a part of that, you really need a good delivery framework. And when it comes to SAP transformation, a lot of that is built on the SAP Activate methodology, and Tricentis is the first named partner in that methodology. And so as we come off of the SAP Sapphire, kind of some of their messaging, it was around future-proofing your applications, right? And a lot of that is really predicated on hyper-automation. But intelligent automation isn't really about just automating an application or a series of applications. It's really knowing what to automate. And so picture this. Let's say you're in a corn maze. Well, what's the fastest way out? Right? Time to market for companies is really important, right? So they want to deliver their solutions fast. But if this was your point of view, how would you know? Right? Well, if we wanted to know what the most direct way out, we might want a bird's eye view, right? And so by looking at a bird's eye view, we can kind of follow the yellow brick road. We can look and see where we need to be focusing our efforts, right? If I go left, I might be following a path that leads me into a series of circles. I wouldn't know where to go, right? If I went right, it may lead me to a dead end and I'd have to backtrack, but if I maybe went straight up the middle, right? Although it's not a straight line, it's the most direct way, right? And so that helps us understand what we have to test from a technology perspective. And then we can also see what our coverage is down the road. And what that looks like inside of our solutions, like Live Compare, is this. So this is your bird's eye view, right? This is your bird's eye view of your SAP system. And so what's in blue, that's the most direct path, right? That's what's most at risk. What's in gray, those are things that are impacted that you might want to consider, but they could be potentially redundant in your quality assurance efforts. So one of the things that when we were talking at Sapphire, companies would come up and say, I want to talk to you about automation. I said, great, where do you start? And I said, well, we've got 1,000 test cases. I said, well, that's great. When change happens, how many of those fail? Well, maybe 50%, 40%, depends on what the change was. Okay, no problem. Well, how do you address that change? Well, we try and fix them, through maintenance or run them manually, or some just don't get run. So then I asked a different question. And that question was around, what if you ran the same 1,000 test cases and all or most of them passed? Would you think that's a good thing? And their immediate thought was yes. But then they thought about, well, wait a minute. If we made changes and all of them passed, maybe we weren't testing the right things. And so that's what brings us to what intelligent automation and AI-driven change intelligence is really about.